Smell what the flock is cooking. Flock up or flock off, not you. You stick around because it's about to go down. You now flock with the most energetic entity in the Eagleverse here on a Friday. Fly Eagle Fly Friday. You know how we like to do around this time, about this time, at this time, man. Let's see what we got for our flock pots today. I want to figure out what's going on with these red stars in the Eagles organization. But before that, hold up. We got some fresh off the presses. Your boy, Johnny Wilson, one of the first rookies to sign with the team, not to mention a bunch of other rookies rookie free agents have signed. Who we got here on this list? This kid Sam, man, he's very intriguing to me for whatever reason. I don't know, just seeing a whole lot of talk about him. I don't know if I saw the right thing, something just in passing. I should really be up on top of all these guys. I believe he's got he's got a stutter, whatever, and that's just dope, to bring in guys. I don't even want to call it, you know what? Yeah, it's super dope. You know what I mean? Whatever the case may be as far as that goes. We got Gottlieb Ayedzi. He's an offensive tackle out of Maryland. We got McCallan Castles out of Tennessee, tight end. These names is crazy. Offensive tackle out of Howard. Gabe Hall, offensive tackle out of Baylor. Kendall Milton, running back out of Georgia. Dude, that dude looks electric. Oh, my goodness. Andre Sam, once again, the aforementioned Andre Sam, safety out of LSU. His tape looks crazy also. Then Lakin Vakalahi. Yeah, offensive tackle. Hopefully it's another one of them ones. Maybe one of them sneak dudes out of Hawaii or something, maybe. New Zealand, Australia. I don't know. It's crazy name. Vakalahi. Yeah, super dope. Like that kid Manu, that Detroit guy, bro. Man, he might be one of the next ones. So we got that. Not to mention we've got our boy Saquon Barkley. I mean, dude, whatever. Let them do what they want over there, man. I understand what you're saying. Do what they need to get over it. Basically, if you don't know, Saquon Barkley got booed at the Sixers game by Knicks fans because they still mad at the New York fans, New York fan contingent. New York Giants fans are still mad at him for the fact that he left them when he never got offered anything by them. Dude, what the fuck you want the man to do? But he's got to understand that they're going to hate him for life. You went to the rival. Let them do what they want to do. Haters going to hate. Ball's going to ball. Let's ball, Saquon. What are we doing over here, man? Forget them. That would sound like the new boyfriend. Yo, why you so worried about? Pause. Sounds crazy. Skip that. Scratch that from the record. We also got, I saw something, the murmurings of perhaps Odell Beckham signing with the Eagles. I'm good on that. Great play. Don't get it twisted. Right now, if the shoe was on the other foot, I might be flipping out, going crazy right now. It would have been dope to have Odell Beckham, but I'm not that hyped about it. We cool. We got some things, and we're going to get into that in a second. And he ended up signing with the Miami Dolphins, going down there at $8 million. It's crazy. For 1 year, he's stacking up the dollars right now, though. He kind of got it because he ain't never seen a long-term. Nope, I don't want to wish that on the man. Hopefully, he does see a long-term extension again. Who knows? But that's what outside the flock pox and outside the nest. And then we're going, like I said, the main thing I want to get into today is these red stars. What do these red stars means? And we had a whole bunch of dudes, whole bunch of rookies. I was not expecting Jalen Sun to hop on there because I thought we spoke to him already, but no, that was via the phone. So all the rookies minus Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean hopped on for their press availability today. And I'm just super hyped about that. But before we get into any and all of that, let's get all the nest keeping out of the way. Let's keep the maniac thing. Please like and subscribe. You about that fly, goes fly. Drop a comment in that box if you fly with the flock. Let's fly. Do remember, join that maniac thing. Know the gang. Hit that bell. You get a ding whenever I'm on this YouTube thing. Let's fly and fly. So yeah, man, these red stars. I've always wondered what it meant when they're talking. Whoa, wow, that's the maniac thing. Let's keep the main thing. How can I forget? Hope this video finds you in good vibes. Fly skies. If you're not there, I hope this helps you get there because we're about to go there. Oh yeah. Shout out to Lil G Griff too, man, going through lost family members and all that, man. It's rough out there. And anybody else going through rough times, man. Like I said, we try to do this thing to get us in good vibes. Fly skies on this Fly Eagle Fly 24. It's Fly Eagles Fly 24/7, 360 Fly. You know how we do. Let's flock and go. But yeah, man. We got you hear Howie Roseman. I don't know if you know, if it's unbeknownst to you. They do speak of this thing called Red Star players. And out of the guys that they drafted, I believe they said 8 of the 9 that they drafted the other day were Red Star players. What is it that makes a Red Star player? So while we breaking down and we go down the list of what we saw from these interviews today, just my breakdown, just how I see it out of my therapy session, how I got to talk about it as my eagle eye sees it. So off tops, the first dude up there today was our boy Shipley. I like this kid. Seems like a cool kid. He sounds ready. And this is going to be the case for all of them until we see them on the field. I know it's going to be a bit hyperbolic coming from me right now at this point because I'm still hyped. We're about a week removed from the draft. And like, I'm still so hyped for these kids. And I know it may not be, it's not probable, but it's possible that all these guys can hit. Why not us? Why not us? We've seen a lot of things in the sports world, especially, oh my God, if you're a Knicks and the Sixers fan right now, you've seen things the last few days that you haven't ever seen before. And it's a possibility, bro. You know what I mean? That these things can happen, that all these kids can hit. And I know I'm looking at the world through equal, where my glasses at? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the world through equal colored glasses. But, and always full when it comes to my Eagles. But dude, I mean, all these guys can hit, and I really do hope so. And this is that springtime, man. Hope springs eternal right now. We're just going through these feels of having all these new players out here, man. And you know what? I mean, the other side of that is that it sucks because we're gonna lose some guys too. Some guys that are very dear to my heart. But yeah, Shipley seems like he's ready. He's got that competitive quotient. That's one of the things that when they talk about their Red Star players, I wonder what it means. But I'm imagining that it has something to it. It has to correlate with the 5 core values being competition, connection, and you know those other things. I got it somewhere, it's sitting up here somewhere. And yeah, I feel like it's going to have to encompass those things also. So we've got his competitive nature seems to be something that pops off. Him talking to the press, him and his brother, you know, them fighting all their lives and, you know, getting to where they got to go, and just connection. Just seems like a good kid, man. And he just checks the boxes, at least as far as we see right now. Seems to love Singleton. He brought him up immediately. I told y'all, new breaking news. This is outside the nest. Darvin Ham just got fired. I could tell, like, after he didn't call that review, bro. LeBron went off. LeBron looked like Trey and flocking Boys in the Hood. You remember when he came in yelling at his girlfriend, swinging at the air? That was LeBron so mad that they didn't blow that whistle, throw that red flag. What is it called in basketball again? Whatever. They didn't call that review. LeBron was pissed. Anyway, back inside the nest. We've got his love for Singleton. It seems like it's popping off the screen already, and he just met him. And I just loving this kid, not to mention the measurables that I found out about him over the last few days. Like this kid, great pickup by the Flocking Eagles. And the connection piece, the Red Star. And back to the Red Star. Why do they call it the Red Star? Red Star? Really, the Red Star? Like, red teams have been the bane of my existence the last 3 years. We're talking about the Tampa Bays, the Flocking Niners, the Chiefs, like, nah, Red Star. Give me a Green Star, bro. Green Star plays. This is the Flocking Eagles. What y'all doing? But, you know, that's just some fan stuff. When you hear other teams, when they're in their meetings and all that, all the time, talking about Eagles and Eagles flying high and things. Well, I'm like, bro, you're the freaking Jets. What are you talking about Eagles for? You're the freaking Steelers. What are you talking about Eagles for? Like, it's just crazy to me, but that's just fan stuff inside of my head that probably means nothing to them. Colors, birds, whatever the flock it means. I love that Jalek's son loves birds, man. Check out the new Heights episode. Yeah, I'm in Rare Maniac form today. Highly in need of therapy today. So after he was up there, Trevor Keegan hops up. He's an Eagles fan. Love him already. Spoke about him already the last few days. And if there's anything I can see them checking for him, I mean, he's a big boy. It's a big, oh, and that Shipley also seems to be like big. Maybe one of the things, a huge athlete. Athleticism seems to be something that pops off the screen. You know what I mean? As far as, you know, these Red Star players and what it may be. So we got big guys. We got competitive. I mean, these are all things that you would want any football player to be anyway. The connection pieces across the board, and then Shipley's connection piece is going to hop down later when we talk about JTJ, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. So we got that going as far as Shipley goes. Then we got Trevor Keegan. Like I said, huge dude. He's an Eagles fan. Maybe that's something that we put into the criteria. I don't know. Mix that into the pot. Do what you do. Do what you will with that. Johnny Wilson, another guy. He's huge. Johnny Wilson, he seemed like he was personable. Trevor Keegan, like I said, we already spoke about him a few days ago. If you don't think I'm spending enough time on him, I spoke to him at length the other day when he first got drafted, and just an amazing kid. Love getting a guy from a championship with a championship pedigree. That could be one of the things that you might want to check off. And just, you know, him wearing his freaking Deshaun Jackson jersey during his first interview with the Eagles over Zoom, like just flocking awesome. And it's dope, you know, seeing all these guys. I don't think I've ever seen this in this capacity before, like having all of the drafted rookies, minus I said, of course, the first two, off with their press availability the same day, like back to back to back to back to back like that. I guess because since we got them all here at the same time for the start of rookie camp. So it was just dope to see them all out there and see them all ready. And they all just seems like a good group, man. And I really hope every last one of these dudes make it. Johnny Wilson, once again, I mean, the name just pops off the screen by itself. He sounds like a flocking football player. Johnny Wilson, 6'7". He confirmed that, I guess I must be 6'6", since that's what everybody got him listed as, right? Big kid. I saw down in the comments, people are comparing him like, yo, just hope he's not JJ or Hank Basket. He's not JJ Arcega Whiteside, J-Jaw. That's the dopest nickname. This kid should have been amazing. Whatever. Hope he's not a J-Jaw or a Hank Basket. If you don't remember Hank Basket, he's from like damn near 20 years ago. She's showing your age out there. Whoever left that comment, because I don't know him. I ain't that old. But no, Hank Basket, I was like, bro, like Hank Basket has done had done way more for the Eagles than J-Jaw could ever dream of doing. Like, what are you talking about? Then I realized, like, damn, that's not really saying a lot. So, yeah, Hank Basket was, he caught a few bombs. I don't believe I ever saw J-Joe catch a bomb. I remember one game he did start off with like 3 or 4 straight receptions. I was like, oh. He reminded me a bit of a Jordan Matthews. Like maybe he was going to be a late. No, Jordan Matthews came straight out the gate. Just a consistent dude. Yeah, J-Joe just never got there. Hopefully Johnny Wilson doesn't go down that path. But then he was the one that brought up, just dope to be in this building. Guys like Howard Carmichael, like he loves watching his film. This is Johnny Howard Harold Carmichael. What the flock do you know about Harold Carmichael, bro? Like he's tells your age, kid. He was like, yo, just while that he's appears to be a student of the game, I guess. He knows about Harold Carmichael. I guess if you're a tall receiver, you're gonna look up other receivers that are just as tall as you. He also brought up Alshon Jeffrey, him being a beast, and Deshaun Jackson. I was like, nah, y'all are way different. But, just the fact that he knows about him and wants to emulate some of his game after them, that second level speed and all that. So, I mean, if he's got that, that would be flocking amazing. I believe if he ran a 4.5 at the combine, pretty flocking awesome for a dude his size. Once again, 6'6", 230 pounds, bro. So, yeah, he'll check that big box, pause. Then you got Aniyah Smith. It's some solid dude. Seems ready. He's got the running back experience. That's something. So I guess the versatility would be something that you would check with him. He's a bit on the short side, but I mean, like as far as him walking up to that podium, he didn't look like one of those short, slight guys. He gave me a bit of a not quite Boston Scott. Boston Scott was a rock. I'm gonna miss Boston Scott. Like I said, saying goodbye to guys, man. It's rough for me. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be all right. So he comes from a football family also, not to the likes of JTJ, not to the likes of Jeremiah Trotter Jr., but, I believe his father had some arena football experience, some CFL experience, giving him insight as to far what goes on in the league and what you want to be ready for. It seems like a lot of them fear-mongering, like instilling fear in them, so I don't want them to come in here too uncomfortable, but, whatever works for somebody doesn't work for you, might work for him. What I eat don't make you feel me? So he's going to come in here with a bit of knowledge of how this thing goes down. Like I said, once again, football family. I believe his brother also played in the NFL for a little bit. He's also trying out for teams in the XFL right now too. So to a certain extent, a football family, not necessarily an NFL football family, but they got that pedigree, maybe something else they checking. And then of course, when you go on to the next guy, Jeremiah Trotter Jr., he's got that pedigree. He's got that thing. Because they said only one guy didn't have the red star that they ended up getting. And I know a lot of people may think it's JTJ, but I think it's the next guy coming up, regardless of whom or what. No, the guy after that. But JTJ, he's got that pedigree. He's got that connection. Once again, the connection that he's going to have with Shipley, both of them coming from Clemson. Not to mention the connection that he's already got with the organization, with his father being drafted by the organization. The Laurie piece just blew me out of the water. Like, it almost got me there. Like, seeing an owner, and I don't want to hyperbolize this because I'm pretty sure there are a lot of owners out there that care about their players as much as, Laurie appeared to care for JTJ and his mom and Jeremiah Trotter Sr. And just like the way that came off was like, wow, bro, like, oh man, draft day, don't bring us back there. So yeah, man, it's just dope. That was just super dope. And the Eagles ended up, they were holding 54 to the side, which is pretty damn cool. In one token, you're like, you don't want them to get any preferential treatment. Like if somebody else wanted that number to go and work for it. But I mean, this is legacy right here, bro. This is a legacy player. hopefully he becomes a legacy player, much like his pops. But Jeremiah Trotter Jr. being drafted by the same teams as Jeremiah Trotter Sr., then getting a number. I mean, this is just amazing. Not to mention that number should have been retired already, but maybe they knew this was coming, right? What? But super dope that all this is going down for that young man, and just I think he's just a red star regardless. Straight off the back of being Jeremiah Trotter Jr.'s son. Jeremiah Trotter Sr.'s son. There's no way that we could check for that. If anyone knows anything about this red star stuff, I bet you Jimmy Smith probably knows about this. Dude seems to be like cool with Harry Potter. Like, what's going on? This stuff, they're all wizards. So you got that going on. The next dude up was Dylan McMahon, and I believe he checks that athleticism box, which damn near everybody up here checks that. I believe that the RAS scale, like, we were like tops in the league as far as the athleticism, RAS athleticism meter. I don't even know what you call it, but scale, I guess. And these guys just up and down this board, I didn't mention it, but up and down this board, just athleticism out of the wazoo. Like, dude, the only person that was not crazy on the RAS scale because he didn't do much of the drills, this, that, and the third was JTJ, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. So other than that, like, everybody on this list was out of the freaking roof. Like, so amazing draft as far as athleticism goes, but we have to see this translate to the field and translate to wins after that, right? But as far as it goes right now, all we can base a lot of things on is off of these scales and metrics and combines and all that BS. But this kid, Dylan McMahon, is athletic, undersized. He got to meet Jason Kelce. It's crazy to say undersized, dog. 6'4", 305 is nuts to call that an undersized human being. But as far as, offensive lineman goes, he seemed he appeared on the slight side, especially during the press conference. Like, dude looks small. I don't know if it's the cameras that they use. Like, whoa, dude, this is a 6'4", 305-pound male. But I imagine a lot of offensive linemen you see, and not a lot of them, but some of them you see, like in the offseason, tend to slim down. Actually, no, when they end their careers, not so much in the offseason. But yeah, I believe there's a bit of a scale down in the offseason, and they're going to ramp this dude back up. He's got Kelce's number, got to meet him. He said it was a surreal experience. Got to be amazing. Kelce, of course, forever the comedian, right off the back says, undersized center. Yep. Checks the box, right? So if this is a red star, do we pick undersized centers? I don't know, but I believe the box that he would check is definitely his athleticism. Getting to that second level is going to be amazing to watch. Seeing him mature. Don't know where he's going to end up. I just know there's a lot of competition in this locker room now. Now it could be supposed competition. We don't know. We just know how this team. We know how this team does things. How they've done things in the past. They seem to have bucked the trend of a few of these things with a few of these picks, a few things that we've seen in the last few months. Not to mention, the organized team activities and making those mandatory. Not so much mandatory, but they've implemented more of an off-season program than they have in previous years. So things seem to be changing. Don't know quite where these things are going to lead to, but just right off the bat, I don't see a lot of these rookies playing, man. Not even those first two, dog. Maybe later in the season, but I mean, it's just the way we do things. We don't throw freaking babies into the deep end of the pool and say swim. You feel me? I mean, under the circumstances, certain teams are forced to do that. We're not quite the organization that's forced to do that. We have fail-safes in place. We have mentors, and we build these players up. Like, I mean, Belichick and Howie Roseman yesterday on the Pat McAfee even spoke to it too. Like, like this just isn't like you wave your wand. As much as I say it all the time, Howie Potter waving that magic wand, it just doesn't happen overnight. Like, boom, you're NFL players. The bad teams have to do that. We have the luxury of building these players up and having sustained success, if you will. So I just think we would be better served if we just don't throw these kids to the fire already. I know that's an unpopular mind state to have, especially with the Eagles fan base. Like, all I hear is, draft the guy in the first round, he's gonna play. Like, shut the fuck up. It drives me crazy to no end. And I mean, but I get it. I understand where it's coming from too. It's definitely not misguided. It's just not the way I see our organization operating, and it's not the way I would do things myself. I love the way they do it. But once again, when I've said things this season, they go wrong. This could just be me trying to set it up, the reverse psychology, right? And a lot of things have changed in this offseason. But yeah, back to Dylan McMahon. Sorry for that quick tangent. Dylan McMahon is he looks like a beast. Talks great, much like all these kids do right off the bat. Got to meet Kelce. That's amazing. And I believe the box that he checked would be the athleticism box. And Jalen Sun, I believe, is the guy, the one guy that was not the Red Star guy. I believe he was a Fangio guy. Not to say that I'm poo-pooing or like downplaying any of his skill, because he doesn't really, he's very raw right now. And it's just amazing for him to have Fangio in his corner. Picking him at 94, I believe, may have been a bit of a stretch. But you know what? Go get what you want when you want it. We ain't looking at nothing else. His immeasurables is stupid crazy. Like I told you, like I said before in previous videos, you know, former safety, just going through like crazy growth spurts from high school to college, then college again. Like, dude started very slight, and now he's a freaking behemoth, like 250 pounds, 6'4", some craziness. Like, yeah, it's wild. Jalen Sun, if manicured the proper, with it set up the proper way, you know, it could be a freaking beast, a flocking beast. So just can't wait to see how he develops. He's a very personable, well-spoken young man, and he had the dope thing that he posted about Eagles. They spoke about that on New Heights, and just crazy. Like, he's a zoologist, smart, like, just dope. I can't wait to, I don't know, these have nothing to do with things on the field. As far as on the field goes, man, 6'4", 250, coming off of that edge, looks like a whole psycho. You don't want any parts of this unabated to the quarterback in your life, unless you're us, and it's going against them. And I can't wait to see the way Fangio develops this guy, man. And yeah, that's what I think. What do y'all think they get these Green Star, Red Star? I'm calling it Green Star. Where do they get these Red Star evaluation from? What do you think is their criteria for a player to meet that Red Star evaluation? And it's just dope. Not to mention Johnny Wilson, I believe, is the first rookie to sign. That's what I got so far. Shout out to Johnny Wilson being the first one in the fold, signing his name on that dotted line as far as our drafted rookies go. And we just can't wait to see how this thing goes going forward, man. I'm stupid hyped, super pumped, ready for this damn season. Oh, yeah, before I forget, Val Passados. That means next stop, Brazil. Go Birds in Portuguese. Let's fucking go. To the next time, make it your best time. In the meantime, between time, keep it a green time. You already know how I like to do around this time, about this time, at this time. It's always Eagles o'clock around here. Open your eagle eye, poke your beak, and give it a ah! And ask these questions with me. What you gonna do when Eagle Mania swoops down and runs wild on you? Oh, yeah, and all these rookies, too. Let's fucking go. And before we get out of here, you know we got to do this, man. Say it with me one time. E-A-G-L-E-S. Eagles. Let's go. Put a little bass in that one. Let's fucking go. Let's get the fuck out of here.